It's the Lunch Show with Chad Summers. Fasten your seatbelts for the greatest radio show in the world, ever. And now, the host of the Lunch Show, Chad Summers.
All right. Welcome to the Lunch Show, everybody. My name is Chad Summers. You heard me correctly. It is the Lunch Show. Before we get started, you can always email me at chadslunchshow@gmail.com. And don't forget, we have new episodes every Tuesday and Friday, so do not miss a single episode. We like to get those out by noon so you can have those on your lunch break. And be sure to click in all the right places to support the show. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get into the birthdays. Al Pacino, 82 today. Jason Lee, television actor, is 52. Renee Zellweger is 53. And Len Goodman would have been 79, I believe. Unfortunately, he died a few days ago from bone cancer. He was a judge on Dancing with the Stars. And also on this day, in 1959, one of the largest civil engineering feats ever undertaken. The St. Lawrence Seaway officially opened, linking the Atlantic Ocean to the Great Lakes. And in 1859, construction of the Suez Canal officially begins. Completed 10 years later, the waterway connected the Mediterranean and Red Seas. Kind of similar events there. And in 1792, the first guillotine was erected on the Place de Grève in Paris to execute a highwayman. I just sounded that one out. I'm sure they've got a different pronunciation for it, but any hooser. Alrighty, moving on here. We've got breaking news. This one from Reuters. Joe Biden, 80 years old, makes 2024 presidential run official. Quote, let's finish this job, unquote. Does he mean like finish us all off? Put us 6 feet under? What's we're closer to World War III than ever before. Is that what is that like what he's trying to achieve? What's the deal here? I don't see it happening. I don't see him running. I don't know that he'll make it to that point of running, all the debates and all that stuff. That's going to be quite a sight. He might not even make it to that point. However, you never know. He's not going to be able to hide in his basement this time, that's for sure. So unless we have another COVID suddenly, maybe that'll happen. I don't know. But that is today's breaking news, fresh off the press. And another story from Newsmax. Tucker Carlson ousted in wake of Dominion settlement. Yeah, it is looking like it is a result of that settlement. They're cutting a lot of ties with risky, we'll just call them employees, but that is what it is. Apparently, Fox instantly took a hit in the stock market. I've heard estimates anywhere from 500 million to $1 billion just in one day since the announcement. So that was not good for Fox, but I'm sure they anticipated that. But, I've heard several people say, oh, well, what's he going to do? I'm not, Megyn Kelly's like, I'm not worried about him. He'll do his own thing online or whatever. Look, Tucker's worth over $400 million. Okay. I don't think he's worried about it. I don't think anyone's worried about it. What people are worried about is he was a huge voice for the conservative party in this country. And right now he's been silenced. not even given a chance to say goodbye. Like they said, you're out as of immediately. So he has made his last episode. All right, that was shocking to the world, and it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. All right, in a somewhat similar headline, this one from ABC News, however, not so shocking. Don Lemon says he was fired by CNN. See, there's a big difference here. Tucker was like the most watched show in politics. Don Lemon, not so much. He was accused of being a misogynist. He's a radical leftist, for one. Just not generally a well-liked guy. And that's, you know, that was my take from all this. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens here also. So there you have it. Lemon is out at CNN. All right. Bam strikes again. This is a story from LA Times. Pennsylvania police say jackass Bam Margera hit brother, threatened dad, fled into the woods. Look, it's sad to watch train wrecks wreck their train, but it's kind of entertaining. I'm not going to lie. This guy makes for some good material on the show. I guess, dude's got major drug problems, and that obviously leads to family problems. His wife has divorced him and is filing for custody of their 5-year-old. Probably doesn't help his drug problem, but it looks like there is a arrest warrant issued for him in Pennsylvania. Yeah, for like, I don't know, battery and terroristic threats. So yes, go to LA Times, read about that. I'm sure you can go to other news outlets to read about that. But all right, bam! Thanks for the material, brah. All right, this one from Jalopnik. This is disgusting. Cruise ship stored dead body in drinks cooler for 6 days. All right, so this old fart has a heart attack and dies on a cruise ship. Instead of putting him in the morgue, I guess these ships have a morgue naturally. I mean, people die, right? Uh, they didn't put him in the morgue. They put him in like a big cooler for drinks. Obviously with the intent to freeze him or cool him off to a point where he doesn't decompose at a rapid pace. And they decided to leave him in there for 6 days while they were on this cruise. Apparently, when they arrived, he was not kept at a cool enough temperature, and they said that he was well into the decomposing stages of decomposing. Yeah. So that is super disturbing. Here's another one that's kind of concerning, not as disturbing, but this one's from Page Six, a new news source for us. Haven't heard about them yet. However, they do have a story for us. Jamie Foxx is awake and alert in hospital after medical emergency. He was on a movie set with what's her name from The Mask, Cameron Diaz, and he had a medical emergency, like I just said, and was taken to the hospital April 11th. So he's been in the hospital for 2 weeks, but I have not heard what his condition is. So yeah, we're waiting to hear what happened. We don't know. We just know he's awake and alert and still in the hospital. All right. Enough disturbing and sad stories. It's time for the good news of the day, which we have at the end of every episode. But before we get to that, I just want to say you can always email me at chadslunchshow@gmail. And don't forget, new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. Do not miss a single episode. And click on all the right things. You know what to click. Subscribe, what are they, alerts and thumbs up and, all that stuff. I'm not an expert in social media, but I know you all are. So you do what you have to support the show, and that makes sure we are around for years to come. See, Rupert Murdoch can't fire me. I'm not going anywhere. All right, so for the good news story, you know how we love to put dirtbags in prison. This one is from Fox News. Yes, Fox News. We're not going to kick them to the curb. DNA ties Michigan businessman, in quotes, avid golfer, to decades-old fairway rapes. This is great. It's sad, yet great. So basically, on the two accounts of rape, one young lady was a food cart girl at the club or the course, and he managed to rape her. I don't know, but you can just imagine how there would be no one around. If you've ever played golf before, sometimes you're the only one around. And then on the second account, he was acting like he was injured and apparently asked her for a Band-Aid or something. So he called her over for help and put a gun or put a knife to her throat, dragged her into the woods, and had his way with her. And decades later, thanks to DNA, all indicators were pointing at him. So they managed to get they were following him and managed to get some DNA off a coffee cup. You got to read the whole thing. We don't have time to go into the whole thing here. But they managed to get a coffee cup that he drank coffee out of and got his DNA off that and then made an arrest. This is great. So every rapist scumbag right now is thinking, holy crap, you just never know when they might be knocking on my door to arrest me. And that's good. That's what you deserve. You shouldn't be able to sleep well at night. But yeah, there is no statute of limitations for rape or murder. So you scumbag rapists, you might be going to prison someday. I would imagine this guy was pretty surprised after all that time. All right, well, that is it for the news. We're glad you joined us on this Tuesday episode. I hope you all have an awesome week, and don't miss Friday's episode because it's going to be a doozy, I'm sure, with all of this news, political stuff. We'll know a lot more come Friday. So until then, I hope you all have an awesome week and keep kicking ass in your life. And until Friday, peace out.
All right, folks, that's it for the lunch show today. Don't forget to come back every Tuesday and Friday for new episodes. And don't forget to like, share, tweet, subscribe, friend, listen, email, and tell your friends and family about us. We need every single one of y'all. Thank you in advance for your support, and I hope you all have an awesome day.
You just listened to The Lunch Show.